Hey guys, this is Primeval, back with part 10 of my Deity Let's Play as France going for a peaceful cultural victory. Now so far we've been pretty good at the peaceful part. We had 4 neighbors and we were at peace with them for the most part. The 4th neighbor here, Carthage, was slowly swallowed by Germany, but we do have declarations of friendship with Kamehameha, Bismarck, and Maria Theresa. However, we've adopted freedom as our ideology, while the Germans have adopted order. So, as the game progresses, although we do have good relations with them now, they will eventually start to resent us, and possibly that'll lead towards war. So we definitely need to get units online. However, there are a lot of cultural buildings that I want to build here, so what I'm aiming for is media culture, and that's a tenant in freedom. And I do want to go down freedom now, so let's go and grab the new deal here, and that'll boost the output of each of my academies by 4, so that's a base increase from the tiles of 16 science, but then that's modified by the city itself, so that's a plus 100% modifier there. And then I also have the modifier from the rationalism opener, which gives me a boost based on a percentage from happiness. That's a 10% boost there. So overall, I think grabbing the new deal got me at least an extra 40 beakers per turn, which is definitely good. I want to get over to unlocking the internet as soon as possible. The internet doubles my tourism output, which is what I need in order to make anything happen in terms of my concert tours and just the cultural victory overall. Now I want to get over towards media culture, since that'll get me a 33 or 34% boost to tourism in every city where I have a broadcast tower. And in order to build the broadcast towers, I'll need to get every cultural building as a prerequisite. So that's opera houses and museums before I can build the broadcast tower. I also want to get all of my opera houses up as quickly as possible so that I can work on the Hermitage, which does mean I might want to make a slight detour for cultural centers. So maybe with the next social policy I'll pick up cultural centers, which will get me a production boost, and then we build those opera houses and museums and broadcast towers at double speed. Which does make sense, since I don't really need media culture until I actually have the broadcast towers up. So our next policy, which is in 14 turns, possibly a little sooner, if we can turn some more cultural city-states back to our side. So Bucharest, let's see, where are our spies? Ragusa and Quebec City. Kiev, we can definitely pay back to our side. Manila, we're also quite close to them. Yeah, I think I'd like to go and buy some influence with both those city-states. We have a lot of salt we can sell. So let's do that now. Bismarck's not interested in our aluminum. Deity does not want peace. Salt for 8 per turn. And an embassy. How about 9? And Austria. Let's see. 8 for, how about 360? Okay, excellent. And Assyria is still not very happy with me here. But and they're not willing to offer me anything in terms of a good deal. And that leaves the final civ, which would be the Iroquois. There's nothing that I can really sell them. Okay, so we now have almost 1,500 gold, so let's go flip Kiev. Right now we're 14 turns away from the next social policy with another cultural city-state on our side. Let's go for the 500 for an extra 10 influence there. Now we're down to 13 turns, so that shaved off 1 turn. Let's also go and flip Manila, a maritime city-state. And that brings us, well, we're not any closer to the new citizen in Paris, but we are 1 turn closer to a new citizen in Orléans. With this crossbowman, I think I'll go and have him, let's go and reserve this antiquity site for one of our future archaeologists, in the same way that Kiev is preventing us from getting to this archaeology site, but hopefully I'll be able to get over to that soon. Likewise, we'll reserve this archaeology site. Let's go and repair this road. That'll help us get our archaeologist over to Kuala Lumpur or Zamoringia a little faster. And so I do want to fix my positioning of my works of art. For the past few turns I've been missing out on a theming bonus here. In Uffizi I get a +6 theming bonus, or a +3 if I wasn't France, for having 3 works from the same era and same civilization. And I actually do have that. So let's go and reposition those guys right now. And that gets us up to 12 culture per turn. So we missed out, or tourism rather, and we missed out on about, I don't know, 4 turns of tourism there. But in the long run, that shouldn't really make much of a difference. Now there were... I definitely want to maintain open borders here so that I can get my archaeologists into either the lands of Germany or beyond. And it also gets me a slight boost to tourism. It's a 25% boost to my tourism with Germany, as long as we have, or I have open borders with them. Now Portugal is denouncing us here. Assyria is not too pleased with our proposal to make Tengrism the world religion, which does remind me that as many of these city-states as possible, because I definitely want to make sure the world religion passes, as it will give me a 50% boost to my tourism in the Holy City. Our Golden Age just ended. That's a archaeologist done. And here I could go for a public school, but I think what I really want is another archaeologist. Now this archaeologist is a good 5 turns away. If I'm lucky, Kamehameha's borders won't go and expand to that before I finish digging that up, which means I can dig up a second artifact, or rather my first artifact, within Polynesia's borders before he gets angry. So we'll try to get over to this site and dig that up, hopefully before borders expand to this site here. Let's go and repair that road. Still no luck with getting over to this antiquity site. We're getting close to finishing the Louvre here, so I definitely want nice ruins or archaeological treasures to house in the Louvre. Portugal's not happy with us, but they haven't been for a while now. So there have been a number of questions or comments about why I haven't been building chateaus. Once you have flight, they add +3 gold and +3 culture to a tile yield. But I don't really have the citizens to be working chateaus at the moment. So right now, I would much prefer to be mining, well, definitely the science tiles, and then the tiles that get me at least 3 food, which means that a chateau on any of these tiles wouldn't fit that criteria, or tiles that get me a nice amount of production so I can build these wonders. So as it is, I don't have any citizens to spare. The citizens that aren't working tiles are working the all-important Artist Guild and Regis Guild, as well as all of the scientist producing slots. So that's why I haven't been building chateaus, because I don't have the people to use them. Maybe in the next episode or 2 I'll start building chateaus, and then after that, as I get more population or am in more desperate need of culture, then I'll start working the chateaus. But for now, chateaus aren't really that useful, at least not for the cultural victory, and not for this stage of the game where social policies cost so much. Alright, this archaeologist is still being foiled. Probably would have been better if I had sent him off to another dig site. And maybe I should go and do that. Yeah, let's have him head over to Kuala Lumpur. Or maybe this spot right here. That's only 4 turns. Okay, let's get on over there. And that's good. We're still friends with Germany. Oahu wants to buy salt from us. Let's see. 6 gold per turn. And open borders. I'm not really using the salt, so fine. 6 gold per turn and an embassy. Really? 5 gold per turn, fine. It's better than nothing. Dino has made peace with Bismarck. There we've got a scientist. They're not willing to pay us anything. But making peace with them here. It's too bad I can't access their stockpile of gold. Making peace with Carthage could get us not quite so hostile with Assyria. And Assyria has a ton of luxury resources that I'd like. So France needs spices, and Orléans needs sugar, and Assyria has both of those. So if somehow I can get Assyria to be not quite so mad at me, I can get those luxury resources. Sugar would also please Antananarivo. Kokio wants dyes, Manila wants sugar. So yeah, getting some sugar and spice would be very nice. Now, let's, well, since these workers don't really have too much to do, I suppose we could start building some chateaus. And as for this great scientist, I will save him until I have a higher science return. So that's after I have a research lab up in my capital. Then we'll start bulbing to try to get us over to the internet as soon as possible. Okay, 3 turns for that site. Digging an archaeological dig site here will destroy that great tile improvement. And so if Kamehameha was human, he would take great offense to that, but I don't think he even notices. There's a road repaired. Up next, we'll go and work on those chateaus. And that's good. Now, I suppose if I did want to go and grab the cultural center's tenant or policy sooner, I could go and use my great writer here. The other option would be to spend him to make a great work of writing. I would like 2 works of writing so that I can get a theme boost going for Oxford University, and I might use Oxford to pop plastics, which we won't need right away. Well, since I do want 2 great works of writing, I suppose I will go and generate a great work now, which means I was wasting a bunch of gold paying upkeep on that great writer, when I could have consumed him to make a great work of writing a lot sooner. But that's okay. My next great writer, let's see, we only do have the 1 silk, but we do have happiness to spare at the moment. Not a lot, but still some. Salt for sale, I'll happily renew that. And, okay, we're being denounced here, and that's fine. Assyria has declared war on Austria. And I do need to keep an eye on all of these city-states here, so Quebec City and Ragusa could potentially be couped here. A 75% chance, an 85% chance. Coup success, excellent. 42. We'll leave the spies there for now in case the AIs try to counter-coup. And with Ragusa, does Ragusa have a unique luxury for us? They have incense. We already have incense, so I'm not in a rush to grab that. We do have a great artist coming in 9 turns, so we should get ourselves closer to ally status there. A great writer coming in 5 turns. Let's go and improve the stone. Get some chateaus rolling. Okay, so there isn't a single AI that would be particularly receptive to having our world religion passed, which means we really need states in order to pass that resolution. The other resolution is banning marble. I don't think there'll be too many people who'll be voting for that. Quebec City is flipped again. First to Hiawatha. Gold from Hiawatha. Okay, that's fine. We don't have excess furs. There's our archaeologist done. Let's go for another one. And let's go and coup Quebec City again. Excellent. So there's a nice 20 influence there. Go for the chateau. And here, since this antiquity site is now in our borders, Kiev can't go and place their units on top of it. Let's go and dig this guy up. And whatever happened to that crossbow that I had sent to guard? Oh, here he is, arriving just now. Okay, and next turn, hopefully, we'll be able to finish the Louvre. The moment of truth. We have Louvre? Yes, excellent. So, we built the Louvre there, and that actually pleased the city-state. Now, after the Louvre, I do need to get all of my cultural buildings online. I think I will wait, however, until I have cultural centers, which means in the meantime, let's go get a stock exchange rolling. That'll get us a little more gold per turn, which will be all important in swinging those city-states to our side. Start digging there. And what do we have here? We have a caravan. Let's see, my most profitable caravan would be Paris to Honolulu for 15 gold, or Paris to Vienna for 15 there as well. Let's go and check on our tourism modifiers. So we already have a trade route with Polynesia for stacking with the shared religion and open borders for plus 75% tourism. We also have trade routes with Germany, but we don't have anything with Austria, so I definitely want to go and trade with Austria here. And that'll get me a tourism boost there, a nice 25% boost. We can go and make ourselves a great work. And next turn. So if I did want to go for the Sistine Chapel theming bonus, then since I'm going to be entering the modern era soon, I should have saved that great artist. But what I'm actually using that great work of art for is to get the theming bonus for the Louvre, which is going to be a good plus 8. And for the theme bonus for the Louvre, you need 2 works of art from, and 2 pieces of archaeology. And we'll go and grab a Polynesian artifact here. And we were lucky, the borders for Polynesia hadn't expanded to that hex yet. So we'll be able to dig up this rune without any negative diplomatic modifiers for or against our relationship with the Polynesians. Anyways, as I was saying, for the Louvre, it's all different eras and all different civilizations. Bismarck wants furs. We do have excess furs, so good. Horses for sale. We do have 4 horses. Excellent. So that's another nice gold infusion there. We're still 16 turns off from the... Definitely have to make sure.
A single death is a tragedy. A million deaths is a statistic.
That I'm in a good position to buy up all of these city-states. Got a new spy. Let's go drop him into France. Tech-wise, we're not doing badly. We're 1 tech behind the leader. But we're tied with a whole bunch of other people. Nonetheless, there's a good chance that we'll be able to catch some people spying here. That'll let Martin upgrade himself, and he'll be better able to perform coups in city-states, which is my main purpose for these spies at the moment. Now, if I was a little farther behind on tech, I might use these spies to try to steal some techs. But as it is, hopefully we'll have a coup success there. Ragusa also an 85% chance. There's another coup success. Excellent. We'll leave our spies here for another couple turns, just in case those city-states flip again, but then we'll move them over to try and rig some elections and coup in Antananarivo and Wittenberg. Maybe even Bucharest. It is a cultural city-state. In fact, silk. Let's see. Resources. I have plenty of silk. I might want to go and invest a bunch of money in flipping some more of these cultural city-states. Kabul. If we spend 1,000, that would be enough to flip them. Let's do it. So, the civ that I want to deprive of culture most, well, there's Austria, Germany, followed by Portugal and Assyria. So if I can buy Bucharest away from Portugal, that would also be good. To win a cultural victory in Brave New World, you need to have tourism, accumulated tourism, that surpasses the accumulated culture of each of the civs. So that means if I can stop those civs from accumulating too much culture, it'll make my job of pushing tourism that much easier. Got a whole bunch of trading posts up, and those are all nicely being worked by our puppet city here. It'd be nice if they got up a university, then these jungle tiles would yield some more science for us. Choosing archaeology, let's go grab another Polynesian artifact. And they're not so much into horses anymore. Let's see, 1 horse for 2, 1 horse for 1. I don't think anyone else is in the market for horses. Well, we'll see if Austria wants our horses, and if not... So here, if we meant no offense, and we don't dig up any more artifacts within Polynesian territory, then it really won't count for anything. Alright, so, how would you like 8 horses? Assuming I can click on that.
Ich sehe, ihr bewundert meinen 9. Mast. Soll keiner sagen, ich sei eine ungerechte Frau. Treffen wir eine Abmachung.
Okay, so 8 horses.
Ihr bewundert meinen 9. Mast. Soll keiner sagen, ich sei eine ungerechte Frau. Treffen wir eine Abmachung.
360.
Ich sehe.
Okay, you only want 4 horses. Fine.
Soll keiner sagen, ich sei eine ungerechte.
I'll try to sell another 4 horses to Austria next turn, but if not, we'll sell them to the Iroquois for 1 gold per turn each. Trade. No horses. Whatever happened to my horses here? Huh. I thought I had 4 more horses to trade, but I guess not. There's an archaeologist done. Let's go for another. We're getting closer to unlocking cultural centers, at which point in time we'll build our way right up to radio towers. We finished the stock exchange. Let's get to work on Circus Maximus here. We are eventually going to run out of happiness. And we'll go and work on some more chateaus, perhaps. Or maybe a mine. Okay, so this site is now within German territory, which means I won't be able to dig up any more with Germany without upsetting them too much. Getting over here is going to take 14 turns. 10 Revo does not have a site. That's within Germany's borders. Alright, let's send an archaeologist down. Well, it's the same number of turns. Alright, 14 turns to get over here. We'll start walking now. Get another lumber mill rolling. And this is where we'll end part 10. See you in part 11. I'm afraid this is all I have time to record for today. But that does mean that I'll be able to answer any questions or address any comments that you might post for this video in part 11. See you then. Please like the video and subscribe. It helps me get more viewers, and I do this for fun. A good part of the fun is seeing that you guys do appreciate these videos here. So yes, from people signing off, rambling, ending, etc. Please like and subscribe. And of course, see you in part 11.